Yo guys, welcome back to King Oles. King Kenny destroys Whindersson Nunes by unanimous decision. Is that the best performance we've ever seen from an influencer boxer so far? Because that performance from King Kenny in the semi-finals of Kingpin was absolutely amazing against Whindersson Nunes. Kenny using that jab really, really well throughout that fight, and the head movements of Kenny is probably the best out of all the influencers. And for me, that is the best performance I've seen from an influencer boxer. Probably putting aside Jake versus Gibb. But, like overall, like Kenny looks like if you go through all of like these influencer boxers, Kenny looks the most like the pro. That's why I like watching Kenny, because there's actually some like proper like realness to like proper like boxing realness to his fights, because he fights like he's a pro boxer, and that's the good thing about him. Obviously, like, his levels below the pro boxers and all that, but for influencer boxing, it's a bloody amazing performance by King Kenny tonight, using that jab really, really well, and just established that from that first bell all the way to the last bell. And yeah, he was so hard to hit. Whindersson, I don't know like how many punches he actually landed, but I don't know, it was not many. King Kenny was using that uppercut really, really well on Whindersson Nunes. He landed that a solid couple of times. In the last round, he landed it a good 5 times or so. And Kenny was consistently trying to set up that uppercut from that first round onwards. It was it was very good, to be fair, from Kenny. Whindersson, it looked like he was trying to he wanted to get on the inside and get some combos off there, but Kenny's reach is just way too long, and yeah, for Whindersson it was just too hard to deal with, and he just kept on walking into that jab consistently, kept on walking into some good combos that Kenny was landing. Kenny was able to keep the fight at range, and that was obviously the game plan. That's what Kenny wanted to do. He wanted to keep that fight at a range which suited him best, and he was able to do that throughout. Whindersson was very rarely able to get on the inside, and yeah, Kenny was just consistently catching Whindersson. As soon as Whindersson wanted to come in, Kenny caught him. Whindersson, like, let's be real, Whindersson Nunes wasn't really setting up any traps or any feints to try and get on the inside, which just made it an easy night's work for Kenny, really. And Kenny showed levels, in my opinion, to the influencer boxing scene, and also like Whindersson looking amazing in his last fight, and Kenny made Whindersson Nunes look absolutely stupid in this fight tonight. And yeah, it's an amazing performance. It's an absolutely amazing performance. Just everything that he did, literally impossible to hit. We already knew it before coming into this fight. Kenny has the best he has like the best defense in influencer boxing. I knew he had a really good defense. I didn't know it was that good, though, to be fair. I didn't think it was as good as it was, even though I knew it was really good in the influencer boxing scene. But I didn't think it was that good. It's amazing what Kenny was able to do tonight. So slick. And yeah, that jab is so dangerous, to be honest with you. Kenny's not like an amazing like power puncher or anything. Kenny's just a really good proper boxer, to be honest with you. And I do think overall, technical wise, he's the best boxer in the influencer boxer scene. Like, I'm not saying he'd go on and beat like KSI or Jake Paul or Slim or anyone like that. Like, I reckon he could beat Slim, to be fair. KSI or Jake Paul, I think, is pushing it, or Logan. But overall, like, he has that proper style of a boxer, and yeah, he looks real good, and with a couple years more experience, he could go on and beat KSI or someone like that, in my opinion. He really could. So I really do like how King Kenny approached the fight tonight, and yeah, honestly, people underestimated him coming into it, and like, yeah, he's improving every single fight, to be completely honest with you. He's improving every fight. I think he'd go on, he'd beat that Raksu guy in a rematch. If him and Faye Sensei did it again, when Faye Sensei was actually like, if the version of Faye Sensei that fought Kane the first time, Kenny and the version of Kenny now. Kenny probably, in my opinion, could have stopped Sensei. He wouldn't have stopped him, but would have got a fairly dominant decision win in that one. And he beat Face Temper. But yeah, Kenny and Gibb next. It's a good one. It's a real Blake good one. I'm looking forward to Kenny and Gibb. I feel like it could be a good one. It'll be a really good one. I wonder who will win. Like Kenny, he needs to get that jab going, but I feel like Gibb's got a good come forward style. Gibb's used to getting on getting onto the inside. So I know it's going to be a real interesting one. But Kenny really does like spamming that jab out real good though, and it's always very effective, of course, and especially with the reach he's got, it's very hard for his opponents to actually be able to get on the inside against someone like King Kenny. And obviously he's got a great trainer in his brother Daly, of course, who knows boxing really well. And it's a great performance by King Kenny tonight. And Whindersson Nunes versus FaZe Jarvis would be an interesting one as well, in my opinion. But yeah, Whindersson's not even bad. I think it was just shown. I just felt Kenny showed the levels, and just the amount he's improving is amazing. Does that move Kenny up into the top 5 influencer boxers? I think it could do. Let's just see how the rest of the tournament goes, and we'll have to see. But it's interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Okay, I'll speak to you on the next one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.